So I noticed recently that a couple of the channels that I watch are doing air plant videos. I thought, I should do an air plant video too because I have a bunch of air plants. So this is for Luke at MI Gardener. Thank you for inspiring me. So I want to show you how I do my air plants. Now these were all made by Thomas's uncle. So Dev Camera made all of these. This is just driftwood. And he stuck the air plants in the driftwood using E6000. Drilled a hole and put some leather shoelace through it and tied it. And then I hung them up. And I think that's a pretty nice air plant display. I also have some air plants over here. Now these are not glued. These are just sitting there on a piece of driftwood, so I can actually pick these up because they're not glued. And then over here, so this is a little bit interesting because Uncle Dev, on this piece of driftwood, he stained it with a blue color, and then he used the E6000 to glue air plants onto it. Now, I don't glue my air plants, so mine are typically just set on or set in somewhere. Put that one back where it was. There we go. The reason why I don't like to glue mine is because you can see with this one, they pup. That's how they reproduce. And if that wasn't glued on there, I could pull those apart and I could have 3 separate plants. But because it's glued onto the driftwood, I'm not able to separate them. Not to say that's a bad thing, it's just different preference. So I want to give you a quick tour of what everything looks like on New Year's Day. So you can see on the porch here, the pots are still doing good. Now some of these pots on this side have been left to go, I don't know, I hate to say feral, but kinda, yeah. Now the reason why I do this is because it's winter time. It's too cold for most things to grow. So I just let weeds grow in them because weeds are better than nothing. That will keep the soil healthy. And then in springtime when I come through and pull all this out, the soil will be ready for me to replant. And over here, everything's doing good. That is lemongrass. It is not supposed to be able to handle our cold temperatures, but I still have some green. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave it alone. And Valentine's, around there, I'm gonna do the chop where I come out and I clean everything up. I don't clean up my garden until then. I leave them as it is because I figure even the dead stuff is insulation. Plus, you've got all kinds of wildlife that can use. I saw a bird the other day taking a couple of the grass blades and I guess making a nest with it. I'm not sure. This is the bulb pot. There's the hardy hibiscus. Again, I'll probably come out around Valentine's Day and do the cleanup, clean that up, get these weeds out of there, clean up all this, clean out the bird fountain. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I've got it cut off for the winter, but I'll come out here again around Valentine's, clean everything up, get it looking good and ready for the next year. Now this, I don't know if you can see, is my serviceberry. So I had cut off the V limbs so that the limb in the middle could become the leader. And of course the deer come and eat it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I wanted it to tree form, but it looks like it's going to be a bush. I might just have to give it and let it be a bush. Now this hardy hibiscus is planted close to the house, and it actually has some green still. That's very unusual for this time of year, especially with some of the cold temperatures we've had. Hey Willow. Hey Chrissy Ann. Chrissy Ann, you gonna say Happy New Year? Say, I want to go out and look at the rest. All right, let's go look at the rest. So let me show you this. So the mint died on top, but there's some mint in the base coming back out already. That windmill palm is starting to put out a new frond, so that makes me happy. It's still puny and a fraction of the size of that one, which I can't even get that windmill palm in the screen. Let me back up. So that palm and that palm were planted the exact same time, and they're the exact same type of plant. So I'm not sure why this one on the right is doing so much better, because it gets the exact same treatment, but I don't know. You can see this pot here is struggling due to the cold weather. So that's got some pansies. That is a chrysanthemum, and that's another pansy. So I've got 3 plants in there. It's doing okay, but it is struggling. I'm just gonna leave it though. The fact that I have any flowers on the first day of the new year is amazing to me, and I am enjoying them. I know everybody loves the angel trumpet, so I'll give an update on it real quick. It has gone completely dormant and died back. It does that here in the Midlands of South Carolina, Zone 8. So again, around Valentine's, I'll come in and I will trim that off right at the level of the wood there that I've got. And y'all, that wood box is there just to keep the landscape company from weed eating it and killing it. You'd be amazed at what gets weed eaten if I don't have a box around it. Let's go see what's going on over here. So this is the bed that I've got like 100 daffodils planted, and I'm trying to do a wildflower garden for the summer. I don't know, I think I need to get all these windmill palms out of there, and I probably need to get rid of that rose bush. It's just very big, it's very old. I think it's 20 years old, and it just doesn't flower anymore. It's not pretty, it's just overgrown. I don't know, maybe I can do a rejuvenation prune on it and get it to come back out. We'll have to wait and see. And my canna And my calla lilies have both died back for the winter. And that is an iris that the deer have eaten the top off of. All right, girls, y'all ready to go to the backyard? You want to go to the greenhouse? Come on. All right, so the greenhouse has been cleaned up a little bit. The fireplace actually got it a little too warm out here, so I'm going to stop for now. But I just want to let you see it looks a lot better. It's never going to look perfect out here because it is a greenhouse. It is not built solid. It's not enclosed. All right, Happy New Year, everybody, and happy gardening.